And welcome back, everyone, to the formal F1 League. I'm Quiz, that's Quirky, and well, as the driver's ready up in lobby, it's time. It's time, Quirky.
We've prepared ourselves for this day for a long time,
I've got the
but it's
strepsils ready.
finally here.
I've got the strepsils ready. I've got the Coke off screen, you know. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready for the carnage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's... this is going to be an interesting one. Something else to point out here. The return of Kenny Salmon as well. Something I wasn't actually expecting, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, Kenny's back, and well, he's back in a pretty big race here. And I mean, just looking at some of the drivers that some of the drivers have done quite well in a few of our practice races over the week. I mean, Stan, Jackson, Kenny, you would presume would be pretty good. We haven't really seen much of him. Baz has had a little bit of struggle with Monaco so far. Always finds himself in the blows, so be interesting to see how he goes. You there, Quirky?
Yeah, it's reading Discord.
Yeah, fair enough. But anyways, time to stop reading Discord, and it is time
Yeah.
to get to Monaco as qualifying begins here. 18 minutes of hopefully not too many yellow flags.
But everybody's nervous here because we are going to be kicking it off.
It'll be interesting to see who will be the first driver on to the track. As we will get all things up here. There we go. It looks like
Did that car start?
Yeah, the cars are taking their time here to get out.
Like, we want to make sure we have everything.
I mean, this is probably one of the tracks where you have to be very confident with your choices here, as the Williams will be the first car out onto track. We'll check who it might be. It looks like it will be Morab, who has obviously made the move from the McLaren garage over to Williams, with Kenny returning. Buster keeps his spot at McLaren for now, as looks like Kata just going to be letting, I believe, Jackson by here, which is probably a good idea. As I said earlier, Jackson has shown that he can be a very fast driver around this track.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully nobody bins it on that outlap.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I mean, probably the big thing here would be traffic, so a lot of the cars probably will be wanting to try and build up as much space as they can before they hit the go button. Like, for example, Kata could probably drop 2 or 3 seconds behind Jackson in front of him, and he will have a good gap between him and the Red Bull of Basing. Behind, as first of our cars will begin their flyer here. It will be Morab, although we might focus in on the likes of Jackson and Kata, as Morab begins his way past Underbot all the way up the hill here into Musselnay, and with that in to Casino Square. Does it well so far here, keeps it within the track limits, just goes straight through the bump as they hit the first of the oh, excuse me, first of the corners here. Yellow flag in sector 3, that is for his teammate at Star. Probably might have hit the wall there going for a swing pull, as he makes his way into the tunnel now. Morab, we do see the I believe that's the Alpha Panda just getting out of his way. We'll just slide in behind him now as he makes his way around Novell. Avoids getting a track limits violation there for the curbs. Let's see what his sector time will be. It's a 54.16. Looks like it's going to be a good time for him there as he creams it through the exit out of the swimming pool into Razcast. Doesn't hit the wall. Final corner for him here. He will send the benchmark, but there's faster times approaching As he crosses the line, it'll be a 112.9. Very good stuff for him. But we go to Jackson now. What can he post? It's going to be a 111.04. Kata behind him. It will only be a... He doesn't post a track line there. Yeah, 113. But looks like track limits might have caught him out there, as we've already had 2 cars DNF out. Oh, Andy Roo! Andy Roo, that is horrid stuff there for, I believe that is the money. Yeah. Oh, and that's a massive collision in the background here. And
what?
And the session's dead.
I think we've had a crash.
Yep, that is a crash there for the game. So we'll go back to us. But yeah, that's well, that's huge there. As well, it looks like the host game has just crashed, it seems. And well, both of us have been taken out. And yeah, that's odd, isn't it? But yeah, just wondering, you back in game yet, Quirky, or?
No.
No, so it looks like the server might have died on us, or... Yeah, that's interesting. There we go. Oh yeah, back on my screen, and yeah, it looks like the server's been, or the session's been completely reset here. But safe to say there might be a few bugs.
What the?
My mini map is looking like shit. God, that's Alright, so I might leave game and rejoin, because that might be the probably the smartest thing there. So apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for our technical errors on both of our ends, but well, I think we just found a bug.
Yeah, it's weird that we both got kicked out, but at the same time.
Yeah. God. The F1 gods don't want us to watch this, man. Like, why?
I mean, we have Monaco next week in IRL. Last week we had the Monaco Prix.
Yep. God, did you see the takeoff after the hairpin on like the first lap? That was oof.
Oh, it was actually a really good race with a lot of overtakes.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I didn't watch the race live. I watched the highlights, but it looks good.
I watched the highlights. I'm like, huh, you could actually overtake this on this track.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? As we go back to the game here, and well, Focus and Darkly have thrown money at Andy Roo in the Shadow Realm, as both of them are out of the session. A few times have been posted in the meantime. Stun at the moment we'll start from the second row, 11.3 for him. Panda posted at 112.64. Moab still holds fourth. Adinio for 13.5. Dover at 15.6 and Formal at 16.1. So already a pretty big spread here between our drivers.
Yeah, all right, I'm back in now. Jeez, yeah, 4 retirements already.
Yeah, it's interesting to say the least here, but not many cars currently on a fast lap here. Panda might be, but he's going to catch up to traffic here, so his lap time will be nullified, you would have to say. Oh, and he's also caught behind a car that has no front wing, and Buster has, oh, nearly crashes into the Williams as well, so. Yeah, this is probably the Monaco we expected, as Senpai is on a fast lap here as he goes through Massonnet into Casino Square. Now, down for the run to the first of the Mirabeaus, and then straight on into the hairpin and corner. That's probably going to catch out a fair few drives. So not careful, not as Midnight has been taken out as well here in the tunnel as well. This could pose an issue to Senpai here. Let's see what happens here as, Midnight is off the racing line, so it doesn't really make a difference as it looks like he had a puncture, so stuff for him there as Senpai makes his way through to back, and his second sector time will be up shortly. Won't be purple, so 52.9 though. It's pretty good, but he's lost an end plate there. It's going to affect his time, but won't be too bad. But he sent it very wide for Cass. He hits the wall as well. And as he comes through to post his time, he'll be better than a few of his compatriots. It's actually better than Haydinia's, 113.4, but definitely improvement to be had there. Had nothing with Tilda also finishing off his lap, the 116.7 for him. And well, just look at all these drivers who are already out. Basic as well has binned it at some point. Midnight Focus, Darkly, Buster, and Ediru. Oh my god.
This.
And Napier has no front wing as he goes through Razcast. He's not even going to post a time, he's just going to send it into the pits. Okay, Kenny Salmon on a fast lap here. We'll obviously focus on him, as there's a bit of a slow car fiasco happening in front of him here as he goes purple in the first sector here, Kenny. But he has slow cars in front of him here, one of them being Dover. Should probably get out of the way here as Kenny nearly hits the wall. Dover just sits on the Mirabel lower corner there as Jackson looks like he might have just had some internet issues here, but he's not out of the session just yet. Kenny really pulling this car through the tunnel as they go into Novell. Takes as much curb as he dares.
On my screen here, there's a glitch where the rev counter is like lit up all the way.
Oh no.
It looks like he's just sitting on gear. Hold on, let's see if I change back. No.
God, that's an interesting bug to have here as Kenny looks like he might be looking to post a fast time here. Can he do it? It's a 108. It's one in line. There's a tie in the middle of the track, but Kenny, he can only go to third. A 111.4 for him. It's good, but he does have room to improve as well. As that's a runner going very slowly there.
It is Jackson, who is, I think, on his in lap. Still have Baz yet to post a time. Naspa just came out of pit now and going on his out lap.
We'll focus on Doe here, who's currently on a fast one for him here. 111.6 is best so far. I think he has improved in his first sector there as he makes his way around the hairpin. Actually keeps a very tight and respectable line there. So nice start from him as he makes his way through Miro Minor on to the tunnel straight now. Looking to try and continually increase his time here as, well, the worst he can do at the moment is about 13th, 14th, something like that. So with most of the cars beneath him already being out of this qualifying session here. Another car who hasn't posted a lap yet is Kata. We'll focus on his out lap next. As Dover locks it up there through Razcast, but is able to keep it together into the final corner here. Looking like it will be a minor improvement here for Dover, but will it be enough for positions? Yes, it will. It will be enough to leapfrog Tilt into 9th.
Focus on Kata now, who's just started his fast lap now. Hopefully no track limit violation for him this time.
Yeah, well, he hasn't had any so far. I mean, it's very hard to have it after Casino, but an 18.6 there, I believe, was pretty darn good, as one of the Williams has binned it just past, well, just before Casino. But he's able to get back under his own steam, so no more DNF so far in this session, as Kata now heads speedily towards Mirabeau. 285, his top out there before he has to hit the brakes. He goes through the curbs nicely, maybe a touch too close there to the Pirelli wall, but he's not finishing. Oh, there we go. He loses it out to back, and he slams into the wall here. He's at a point now where he can finish off the lap and at the very least get a decent enough banker through here, but he might just decide against it. Yes, he will. He'll just dive straight into the pit. So once again, Kata just losing it there, but this time it will result in damage as Naspar now looks to finish off his lap. No damage for him as he makes his way past the final corner. The yellow flag in sector 3, but won't mean too much here as Naspar crosses the line. But it'll be the second slowest time at the moment at 16.6. And something to point out here, Look is finally on their out lap.
Yeah, Baz. Well, he has said this is his weakest track here, as he is stuck behind a McLaren there of Penny, who's on an outlap now.
Just seeing if there might be another car possibly on a fast lap here before we focus on Baz. I think Stan might be. Currently,
Medina as well.
Yep, but Stan has just gone purple in the first sector, so let's see how he goes here, going very close to the wall, just past the hairpin, but is able to avoid any damage as he makes his way into the tunnel here. Looking to try and pip Jackson from his current position as pole sitter. Stan makes that corner look very nice there through Novell as he heads to back, doesn't hit the wall, and he's improved again here, another purple sector as he goes through swimming pool, looks to try and steal pole away. Can he do it from Jackson? Nice and close through Razkas into the final two corners. He's done it seemingly enough here as he crosses the line. It's enough for pole. He improves to a 110.9. Yep, we'll go to Baz now.
He fucked up coming out of the final Mirabeau corner.
Yep. And he's just gonna
wing damage and just gonna let pass.
Yeah. It's interesting for Baz now. Does he? Well, he has plenty of time to come back in, get a new set of boots, and go for another fast lap because you sort of have to. Like, he normally only has one qualifying lap, but he does not want to be in 16th at Monaco. For Baz,
he needs to quickly get in, get out, get another.
Yeah.
His time is not on his side at the moment.
Yeah, as Formal comes through to finish off a lap for him, but it's track limited, so wouldn't be an improvement, but yeah, he stays at the 9th for the moment. So as we enter the final 3 minutes of this qualifying session, it is still Stan on pole position. Jackson looks like he's had an issue there in the first sector. He's very slow through there. He's improved through sector 2, but he needs to make up another 4.5 tenths here to try and improve on his time. So he be very touch and go if he could improve, but he has a bit of a tank slapper there. Probably denies him going into the pit, and well, he has to wear the 111.04 here. Might be good enough for second, but definitely not for pole.
Thanks to Flying Fear for this one, but I was actually going to do it. While we're going towards the tail end of the session, how many deaths are we going to have in the first corner?
3.
3?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 4.
Ooh. Big call, big if true, as Kenny goes purple in the first sector, looking to try and nab pole position from the Williams. Has a nice tight line there, Kenny, so he'll continue to improve in his time here as he gets out the Mirabeau Minor on to the tunnel straight now, as the Renault will just let him pass without too much hassle there. Kenny really scrubbing these tyres up here, as he has a bit of a lock-up there, keeps it in track limits, so he continues on as he goes through to back, nearly hits the wall as well. He's using every single inch of road here at the Principality to improve on his time. He's already 6 1/3 tenths better than before. Doesn't have an issue for Razkaz, doesn't have an issue for the final corner. A little bit of oversteer, but that's more than enough to deal with here as he crosses the line. It's a 110.48. That is huge from Kenny.
That is, and gonna hop aboard with Baz, who's gonna be saying his lap hopefully soon enough. He is going a bit slow. Yellow flags out. Spotting the yellow flags. Here we go. He's gonna start. He's gonna get the rev limit up, and we're right on board with him right now. Going full speed through the first DRS zone. Hard braking into the first corner. Now going up through the long sort of straight here. Going through to Casino here.
Nicely done.
I do love the casino. Have you actually seen, well, we'll go quickly off topic. Have you actually seen the video of somebody doing the Monaco Grand Prix, like, just in a normal car?
Oh, Senpai! So, just interrupt you, but Senpai has lost it at the higher Mirabeau corner. He's gone straight into the runoff, and he hasn't broken time, so he can't improve from his safe position. It looked like he was actually keeping up with Baz a little bit there. So only one car really to focus on now as Kenny comes through. Doesn't improve on his time, but doesn't really matter at the end as Baz now makes his way through to back here. Looks like he is slowly improving. It's a 55.7, so looking like he might hit the top half of the field here as he goes through swimming pool into Larascas, around the corner, nearly into the wall, but he makes it through into the final corner, looking like he'll be posting a time between Senpai and Formal. Yep, that looks like that was good enough for 10th actually. Yeah. So he's actually just lost a bit too much time there, and well, once again, another mixed up field here. Baz again in 10th spot, so does it happen again?
I don't know.
Well, what we do know is Kenny does have pole position. Stan, he doesn't get the pole he was hoping for, but he does get onto the other side of the front row. And then, well, look at the rest of the field here. Jackson, Morab, Panda, Dover driving the nuts of that Ferrari into 6th. And then Dinho, Senpai, Formal, Baz, Napier, Tilt, and Midnight, the final few cars to make a time. Then behind them, it's Focus, Kata, Darkly, Money, Basing, Buster, and Aniru, who either didn't post a time or crashed out of the session.
I'm just wondering, is this the first time that Baz has been out-qualified by a teammate?
I think it is. I think it is. This is, well, it was huge to say the least, as a few memes start to get posted in the Discord here. But,
well, we got the formation lap first. We got to see how,
the true litmus test of what the hell is going to happen at Thunderbot as cars get ready to, well, to get their setups in order here. Obviously, you can't change too much from qualifying, but you can figure out the tire strats, you can figure out the fuels, and, well, I'll tell you what, it's probably going to be too stubborn with how many safety cars we're going to have. And also, I'm expecting a lot of underfueling of cars, especially from the faster drivers who know that they can save a lot during the time behind Mylander.
Safety cars, yeah. Well, we'll see. As hopefully we do get into it pretty quickly. People keep on setting up their tires.
Indeed, well, we've already had one already up here, that being started, and there we go. The session timer now goes underway here. As, well, it's pretty quiet here. So I can barely hear the helicopter go above, but eventually they'll be changed with beautiful, beautiful roars of those V6 engines. And, well, and a lot of crashing as well, to say the very least, so... Anyways, cars on the grid. Let's see what happens in this formation lap.
Rain?
God, if it was rain, that would be, God, that would be, something else.
Oh, hold on.
You have another bug?
No, I think Senpai says rain. It might be rain later, but it looks too sunny.
Yeah, we'll probably have cloud cover. Or it might be rain in the final few corners, but yeah, at the moment, it does definitely look very sunny, but the clouds can quickly come over in this game, so anything can happen really, as the cars have actually been pretty clean so far through this formation lap. I think they're getting ready for what is about to happen at the start.
Mm-hmm. It's having difficulties, seems like.
Oh, there we go. The car's hit the wall there. I think that was Baz. As, yep, Basing, Andy Money have been taken back to the grid. So, as the majority of the field now making their way through Portier before the tunnel. Kenny Salmon might look to try and back up the field now, as he's already at the back, and well, his teammate, the last car, still running on this formation. Oh! What? Stan? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the hell has happened there? Yes.
What?
Well,
Hello?
after that, I'm expecting a lot more memory at the start.
I
Yes.
think that may have been lag there.
Had to be, surely. There's no way that wasn't as cars begin to line up here.
Kenny crashed, but said crash, but he came.
Well, it's a formation lap. I think we just need to. Need to accept it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, the cars are starting to find their spots on the grid here.
What happened, Kenny? I spun.
Oh god. Are you ready for this, Quirky? Because I definitely am. As the red lights are about to be switched on here, the cars are in line, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's go, go, go at Monaco. Kenny immediately blocks off Starn off the line here. Starn doesn't get the best of start to say enter. Sander Vort here. It's clean at the front, but what about in the back of the pack here? Everyone looks like they've got away cleanly enough, but there we go. Car into the wall, and there's a safety car. No DNFs early on, but a fair bit of drama at the back of the pack, and there we go. Mr. Burmeilander has already been called out.
What position was that from?
I think that was Tilt, to be honest with you. Like, it involved Tilt, I think. Well, it looked like Money and Buster, definitely. I saw Tilt getting close to the wall, and well, I think most of the back markers had an issue there as, well, they start to make...
I'll be fair, we hadn't had any deaths in the first corner.
True, very true. So...
And for some reason, we're on lap 2, according to my screen.
Yeah, that should be fixed at the when we cross the line, but a minor bug, but a bug that we don't really have to worry about. So, yeah, it wasn't as bad as we were expecting there when the first corner. No one died, but definitely enough wing damage there to force the safety car to come out. Okay, here we go. Cars beginning the pit here. The first one will be Formal, followed by Dover. Baz stays out, and then Midnight till Money and Kata. As probably expected there. Yep, those are the drivers who will be hitting on the safety car. Andy Rue now gets to move up to 14th. Yeah, for the moment here. Well, an interesting enough first corner there at Sandavort, especially in the back of the field.
But no deaths, so happy with that, I think.
But yeah, this is, I think Baz referenced it earlier, but championship-wise, their biggest rivals are the Haas's and the McLarens, and well, one of them's currently leading the race after a pretty good start there from Kenny. Immediately blocked off Starn, and well, Starn just couldn't do anything off the line there, so good enough start there from Kenny, who's back in his first race for a very long time, as Darkley has collided with Nate Spear and has copped a 5% penalty from it. And that probably will mean those two drivers might be looking at an excursion to the pits here. Just having a look though at the damage. Looks like it might have just been some wheel banging there. No real damage to the front.
We have the stop strategies. Looking for lap 11 for hards, so maybe lap 13, I think, for the medium. I think it's the other way around. Lap 11 for mediums. Or lap for it went away before I could really look at it. That's what, it doesn't stay up.
Do be like that sometimes, as Formal has been forced back into the pits here. So he'll fall another few positions back into second last, Money as well, joining him in having to probably replace some equipment. As the leading pack now just goes through Miraboo, the top Miraboo corner, into the hairpin, and well, not really much else to talk about really until we get the cars under green flag conditions yet again here, Quirky.
That's our first safety car. How many more do you reckon we'll have in this race?
At least 5, in my opinion.
At least 5.
Yeah.
Ooh. So we had 4 in Singapore. Guessing 5 here.
The other question is how many VSCs are we going to get as well? Because we only had one.
I'd say 1.
Just 1 VSC to add to it.
Yeah.
Interesting call. Well, find out soon enough, as looks like we'll have 1 more lap under the safety car. Obviously, we have a few more laps up our hands here at Monaco. So, safety car staying out for an extra lap isn't the end of the world, really. It does mean that don't really have too much else to talk about for the next minute or so here, as the cars make their way around the Principality yet again under the guise of Mylander.
Hey, gotta wonder sometimes why are we here? Just to suffer? Because we have Kata actually pitting.
I think he might have. Yeah, he's changing his front wing there, so he's hit the wall somewhere. Will mean that he now falls down to last, as Money will overtake him on the main straight.
It means we have to wait for everybody to catch back up again, and we might have another safe lap.
I'll tell you what though, Money's quickly catching up, and well, Haddock shouldn't be that far behind, especially with how slow the cars are going through the hairpin. So hopefully they'll be close enough that it's going to be safe to release. As well, look at that, Money's already caught up to the back of the field here, and well, Kata should be close soon as well. So,
oof,
that was a
Kenny almost slipped into Bert.
Oh, that would have been shades of the British Grand Prix there if that happened, as the field looks like they are bunched up enough. That should mean, yep, there we go. Safety car in this lap. Kenny immediately slows down the field. Just going to try and stack him up as best he can. We'll probably go at the final corner. That's when most cars normally decide to get back racing. So he goes through Razkaz now, just takes his time here. He speeds up a little bit though early, so he's might have caused a little bit off guard here. It's an 8-second gap, so a nice start there from Kenny as we're back on the green flag conditions here. Immediately some drama in Razkaz. Well, looks like it might just be slow cars as they make their way through here. A bit of a move going on here with Buster. He's able to overtake Darkly here. He's copped a bit of wing damage, so that might just allow Darkly a possibility of coming back here at him a bit later on. But for now, Buster holding 10th. But not much else there to report after that restart.
Yeah, and once again, we see the...
Oh! That is a bit of a concertina there with Buster and Darkly.
Yeah, Naspar as well, just being a bit slow through going through Mirabeau and just causing Buster just to... Probably wasn't paying as much attention as he should be, just taking a bit of wing damage there. So we'll see Buster and Darkly going for a safety car.
Safety car probably for damage there, as I think Naspar just got a free position on Baz there. As Baz is going very slowly, but he will eventually catch up the field here. Now, immediately a pit stop comes out here from Jackson. He's going to be heading on to the mediums. Interesting call for him here. And a few other cars will be joining in as well. Hey, Dinho, Senpai will have just avoided double stack, but after them it's Baz, obviously Buster, Focus, Darkly, Basing, Andy Roo also diving into the pits. Just seeing who else might be looking to try and swap out their tyres here. I think that's about it here, as both Red Bulls actually head into the pits as well, so they've been forced to double stack. As Money will be the first car out of the race. He's
directly out of
pits. Yeah, interesting. Odd there. Well, we'll see it through the Kata view here, but his car's already gone. So
yeah, no, it was literally just out the exit. had my camera on Baz was like, I think he might have just did he pit? Was he pitting?
No, he wasn't pitting. Maybe he lost
I think
it?
he just, yeah, I think he must have lost it on that straight and just crashed right in there. Well,
odd one. Very odd one there for our first retirement of Monaco. As the field will once again bunch back up here behind the safety car. And we will get back racing hopefully soon enough. But yeah, this is a very, very odd start to Monaco. It's been very quiet. I mean, the safety cars have come out, but they haven't really been for spectacular reasons. Mostly just for debris.
Yeah.
Anyways, cars once again make their way around Principality under the guys of the safety car. Hopefully, the field will be bunched up enough to get the racing back on the way in the next lap or so. And hopefully we get a few good laps of clean racing before the first of the predicted pit stops come out here.
This has certainly been a race. Wonder if we'll get another. So that's a second safety car. We've got 3 more before we fulfill our safety car quota.
Senpai getting or Baz getting a penalty for colliding with Senpai. Probably a bit too slow in the hairpin there. Yeah. And, well, interesting. Well, yeah. Doesn't look like there's much damage there on Baz's car, so maybe just a bit of a lug tap on the safety car.
If there was one race where I expect like clean races to get a penalty, it'd be this race.
Yeah. Be
this track. Probably wasn't all Baz's fault, but damn game, you know. But anyway, safety car in.
Yep, safety car in. Kenny once again controls the field here. As Williams now have a 1-2. There's Kenny, a bit of a tank slapper there out of the final corner, but Starn didn't have the cleanest getaway as well. So Kenny still holds the lead here as it feels already very spaced out as they get back racing here. Not a lot to report, however. Midnight gets through cleanly through Sandavot. So does most of the other cars as well here. So yeah, it doesn't really seem like a lot of drama here early on. Starn, though, getting up nice and close here with Kenny as they take the hairpin together. Yellow flag here at Massonnet and the Cino's Grey. Looks like any room might have just been touched too slow there, but it hasn't really resulted too much. Buster has actually got a position over Basing, however, as the gap continues to build up here for these front runners. Especially Kenny and Starn, who have already got a 1.6 second gap over Starn's teammate in Rorat. Anders nice and close though to the other Williams driver here. Might look for something, maybe even the dive bomb into Razkaz if he does feel dangerous enough, but he doesn't have enough of a gap here. As once again, yellow flags out here. This time for Tilt as he has left the car through here, and that's going to be a virtual safety car here as Heidinho collides with Midnight. And while he's got some pretty decent damage onto the right side here, but he goes against pitting under the VSC here. One car who has it will be Jackson as all. Oh no, sorry, that was a leaf there. Well, that was another crash, but anyhow, both Haasers now heading in to the pits, along with, it looks like both the Mercedes here, so I think Tilt will be forced to double stack, and that's probably going to cost him, well, fairly significantly here as...
What? Look at nothing but Tilt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's taking forever. Oh, why is he on intermediates? Why is he on intermediates? And, well, Morab, I think he pitted as well on the safety car. He's down to 15th, but He's also got a drive-through now to contend with, so... nothing but...
There was speculation of rain.
But not now, surely. Nothing but tilt. That's a... Well, that's a corner and a half there, so... Probably comes back into the pits next lap. But, I don't know what to say. That's, very, very odd indeed here, as there we go. Midnight's now out of the race here. Looks like he's lost it just after to back. Yeah, we can see it.
That should be safety car.
Yeah, that definitely should be a safety car here, but for the moment, it's not being called out, so everyone thinks that should be good enough to race it.
DNF?
I wonder why. And there we go. Safety car now called out here as Nothing But Tilt will end his race at Portier. And now, a lot of cars already in the pits here, so this could be huge for him here. Morab, I believe, was actually serving his drive-through. Once he entered the pits before the safety car, so that will be considered done and dusted for him. But he effectively gets a pretty free drive-through there to work with. We'll have to pit again, obviously, for tyres, but... yeah, once again, a peculiar lap there at Monaco. 2 cars DNFing, one probably because of intermediates, the other one, well, pitting it after at safety pool, or not safety pool, at swimming pool. And, well, that's just led to another safety car. As Senpai gets a passing penalty for ignoring yellows.
Huh. Weird race.
To say the least.
Excuse me.
As our leaders head to the pits now, Kenny, he'll be heading on to hards here. Obviously, track position very important here at Monaco. So if you are on slightly worn tyres, it's not as much of a disadvantage as it might be on other tracks here. As well, Starn goes on to mediums here. So 2 different mindsets here for the drivers, as pit stops do open up for the one-stoppers who haven't pitted just yet. Baz being one of them, he now heads on to the pit road to gain some fresh rubber. He'll probably get out as well in between the Renaults, so not a bad pit stop for him overall. As Panda now has control of this race, although he's still on soft, so he will need to pit sooner rather than later.
Should have probably pitted then in the safety car, but instead he did choose to stay out, focus on 10-lap-old mediums. They'll start to lose their grip in a couple of laps' time, so maybe might have been a better thing to go for a pit, maybe go onto the hards there. But guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes for him here. Maybe he might be banking on one more safety car to possibly work with here, as this is obviously our third one of the race here. And once again, I don't think we've had DRS at all so far this race, so yeah, haven't really had to make...
There's only one DRS though.
And I know, it's been, and even then, it's like, it's been very, very interesting to see how the driving has been so far, especially with only maybe a lap or two of green flag collisions every time. It hasn't really resulted in a lot of overtakes here. Saying that though, mostly because of pit stops here, the field is actually very mixed up here. Focus even up to second right now, though he's on old warms, and you would have to say Kenny might be overtaking him very quickly after the restart.
Well, it depends how quickly we can get the restart going, as we still have one person in the pit.
Nacebar, I think he's probably copped damage at some point, so he's going to be getting a new front wing, will have to be said, especially with how long he's stopped at the moment. As Jackson now gets a penalty for colliding into Senpai here. But, yeah, it doesn't really seem like a lot of damage again as well, so... These love taps definitely getting the Iron Stewards, as Kata gets a passing penalty as well now for playing with Morab, so... Safety car goes
Also,
past.
we're gonna get one more lap of safety car as Naspire try and catch up the back. We should be next lap. Safety car should be in.
We're back under green flag conditions here. Dover though, up to 5th place now after a bit of a tepid start for him. Obviously the pit stops have started working in his favour, so he is gaining, and actually, once you consider cars haven't pitted yet, those being Panda and Focus, he's actually currently in a net podium, so he's looking alright at the moment for himself. Then behind him, Buster as well, who's been probably hit a few times as well during this race. He's up to 6 as well, basing. Wouldn't mind maybe moving up a position or 2, but he'll be happy with 7th at the moment. Baz, though, he's probably the biggest loser at the moment. He's down at 12th. Well, actually, hey, Tino as well. He's all the way down at 15th, but...
Oh!
Oh, what the hell happened there?
Andy Rude.
And, well, you can tell how many front wings are missing at the moment because... Yeah, Mirabeau, looks like the cars have just concertinaed up and, yeah. So...
I got another lap for safety car.
Well, that would be something as... Well, let's see who has damage. It looks like it's going to be... Baz, Andy Root, Morab, yep. Hey, didn't you mate?
I tried to get the angle.
Yeah, we're not getting...
leg beat. Oh, safety car in.
Looks like he hasn't got damage there, so the Haas's have avoided the blows. But Kato is now in last place, so... Yeah, safety car will be in this lap. Panda has control of the field here. And he's keeping up nice and snug to the safety car, though. But just like Singapore, it doesn't really cost you that much pit limiter here, as once you get past the final corner, doesn't matter at all, as Focus has had a terrible start there. Kata, Kenny looking to try and overtake him, and he's already done it as soon as the flag went green here. He's already down to 4th place, and oh, he's so slow! He goes straight into Dover there. Dover with damage now onto his front wing, and he has a sea of cars looking to try and take advantage of that. Buster trying to go wide, but Dover blocks a massive, but he goes too wide. We'll let both him and Basic through, and now Darkley and Jackson looking for position. Darkley actually losing 2 spots there to the Renaults as there's a lock-up and contact between Dover and Jackson. Darkley regains a spot on Senpai. But a hectic start there for Dover and the Renaults, as most of them have copped damage there, and, well, it's not pretty to say the very least here.
Hey, Chris.
Guess what? What?
The sky's getting cloudy.
It is getting cloudy. The rain might actually be a factor here as a VSC has been called out. Not too sure why, but it's been called out nonetheless here as the blue skies turn to grey. Was really expecting Panda to just dive into the pits then just to take advantage of the VSC, but he doesn't do so. And that could cost him in the long run here as next few cars come through. Naspar is out. He's binned it at the buck. And we'll probably see it when Morab makes his way around the corner. Yeah, that's like pretty much straight up in the middle of the track. Jeez. And
why is that not a safety car?
Yeah, no safety car as well. Very peculiar stuff here as Basic gets out of the pits. Panda still in the lead here, but the car's eventually cleared way there, so that's probably why no safety car has been called. Once again, both Red Bulls being pulled into the pits here for damage as Panda begins to just let it slide here with his tyres starting to wear out here. He might be hoping for the swap to intermediates here to save him here, but will it be a bit too late? We'll find out soon enough as the rain is slowly but surely starting to approach here. The lights have actually been turned on. And that's how dark it's starting to get here at Monaco. As Stanwell, he is starting to really look dominant here in Panda's rear view mirrors. It's likely it's a free-stand penalty here for proper track violations. And here we go, opportunity possibly for Stan. or Stan, but DRS is now enabled here. Well, without the ability of the rear ring to open up here, Stan just couldn't get the overtake done there.
I wonder what time that rain is gonna fall. If there is any rain, I should say.
I'll tell you what, though. Look at this.
Monaco. Oh.
God, rain at Monaco would be hell as. It's about to say here, Stein gets right up close to Panda here. Kenny, because of how slow the car in front of him are going, he's now caught up to him as well here. He might be looking for a sneaky dive on here, maybe into the Nouvelle chicane, but he's a bit too far away for that. Show his style, but no, he's going to send one through. And well, Panda can't do anything about it here. A beautiful dive bomb there from Stan. And now Kenny looking to try to get it done at the buck, but Panda just has some room to work with and squeezes him out before Kenny can do anything there.
Brilliant stuff there by Stan. Sending it through the Nouvelle chicane and just absolutely dive bombing it. Now he's right behind Formal, and that may actually hold him up if he can't get past Formal in time.
Kenny will get a slam dunk overtake there. Panda's tire's really starting to wear here, so the gamble's not paid off for him there. As Formal will probably have to get out of Stan's way sooner rather than later here. But Kenny's already keeping that gap to about 1.6. He might be looking to improve as well. As Formal makes his way around the hairpin, doesn't hit the wall this time around. As Basic actually gets the fastest lap here, a 1:14.3. Not bad on the mediums, but we'd have to say the cars in front of him should be knocking off those times soon enough. As Buster heads out of the pits here, will be into 15th spot. Dover getting the overtake done there. As Star, there we go, 3-second penalty for him. He probably just risked it a few too many times going through the Nouvelle chicane. And oh, Formal! He's just absolutely binned it to Buck. He's still going. Has to let Kenny through. But oh my God. Max just lost it and he's just lost his front wing yet again.
I mean, poor Formal. Has to pit again. Hey, how many front wings does Red Bull have left now?
I think they might have to be calling it from Milton Keynes at this point, Express, with how many they've lost here. Just something to point out here, Lucas in fourth, Focus, who's having a fairly good drive here around Monaco.
Still yet to pit though.
Indeed, but he's on mediums. They should still be good for a few more laps here. So if he can time it right with the rain, he might have just pulled off a massive pit strat. Anyways, yellow flag in Sector 3 here. That being for Andy Roo, and he's lost it at Razkaz. Bit of an odd spot as well to lose it there. No cars really in the vicinity, so... And I think that's Rain. Rain is starting to pull.
Yeah, that's Rain.
Yep, the rain is starting to come through here. And that is going to make things very, very interesting here. Especially for the likes of Focus, who hasn't hit it yet. If he can just survive the next few laps before he can get onto the inters. That would be huge. As just look at it. Poor old Andy Roo there. His car just stuck, but eventually he comes out.
Yeah,
and Stein is pitting here. But is it a little bit too early for intermediates? That's my question. It's a very late pit stop as well. Well, late call here for Kenny, who has pitted as well. But Stein is going on into the mediums. Kenny has gone onto the inters. A bit of a call here, and Kenny might even get the overtake done. He has got the overtake there. Stein had front wing damage, and Kenny is now into the lead here as Kata will make his way all the way up to third on the hards, but Kenny, he now needs to nurse those intermediates as DRS is now being disabled here. So now, let's see how the cars go with their stops.
Hey, Stargo is still going to mediums. DRS has been disabled. I'm not sure. See, I mean, look at Sadi.
Kata!
Fishtailing his way across the corners. Like, if you want to see a Formula 1 car drift, this is how you do it. And he's out.
Stein! Stein has lost it there. He went onto the mediums and it's cost him big time as he loses out.
And now look at Kata. Kata's struggling for grip, going through Mirabeau. He's
Portier
just
as well.
slowed down to a snail's pace.
Yeah, he's struggling. He will get some pace back here through the tunnel where obviously there's no rain, but yeah, he's really struggling now here, Catter. Well, if he bends it, well, he has to cut the corner.
Baz is the mediums, and he's, oh no, not Baz.
Oh, not bad. I mean, he's on 5-lap mediums here. He will need a pit soon, but he will have to lose a spot here to Senpai. As Focus gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting, and Basink is right up his clacker as well. Will he go for the dive? He's just too far away there. Basink to go for it here, but Baz so slow. It should be a slam dunk here for Basink, and yet through to not even before to Buck, Basink gets the spot done and dusted here. As Katter now heads into the pit. But he's going to lose a fair few positions here. But Focus, he's lost the front wing, so he has to pit as well. And that will promote Heidinho all the way into third, along with Senpai, who will now head into 6th place as well. Baz heading into the pits to swap out those mediums here. And now the question is, will there be enough heavy rain to force a final change onto wets, or will the Inters be as bad as it gets?
Well, for now, it looks like Inters are going to be the tire of choice here. Full wets don't seem to be, unless, you know, we do have Dover on full wets at the moment, so he's the only one as... Oh, me, well...
And he's going to try and go for it here, so he's maybe just trying to finesse his way out of a pit stop here, as he will be battling Jackson out of the pit lane here. Dover has to take a long way around through Sandoval, but Jackson is able to just do it there. Able to just hold on to 12th, and while Dover, he's now stuck behind that Renault. As look at this gap that Kenny's already built up. 22 seconds to Panda here. Kenny really dominating the race at the moment, and it doesn't really seem like anyone will be stopping him here.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're just past the 21
and Panda's
lap
pitting
mark.
as well.
Must have had some front wing damage.
Yep, there's a front wing being taken out here for the AlphaTauris. That will mean Basing will be promoted into third position. Sing Senpai as well heading in to go for a stop as well here, so slowly but surely cars are just starting to lose out here. Formal still the last car behind, but he is unlapping himself from a great multitude of cars here, so that is going to be a massive benefit to him there, as I think Morad might be looking to try and get a overtake done in the pits with the Renault. No, the Renault should get past him there. But yeah, the field now very, very spread out indeed here. The only dispute to that being Baz and Focus, as Baz tries to get Focus done as quickly as he can. Won't be able to do it through Massonnet or chicane, but oh, here we go. Focus has gone way too wide, and well, he knows he has to give up the position. Baz comes through, but I think Focus has lost a bit of front wing here, so he might be heading back into the pit soon enough.
Yeah, it looks like he's lost an end plate there. And having a front wing is crucial, especially in Monaco, in the wet.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to have to give up a couple more positions to try and get that extra downforce to make sure he won't crash out of this race.
Dover just coming out of the pits as well. Looks like he's had a few more flicks of damage here, but he's pretty much got 13 covered up at the moment because Formal is 50 seconds behind him. So yeah, Max definitely not having the best of times with it here at Monaco. But we'll be hoping that he might be able to pull off a miracle and gain a few extra points here for the Red Bull squad. As there we go, yellow flag out here for Darkley now. As oh, look at that, he's spun it through the Nerval chicane, but he's able to recover in time, and well, no DNF for him. Well, that will mean that he will have to give up a few seconds to Kenny, as he is right up his tail. So blue flags will be coming out very, very shortly.
Mm-hmm. So, have they ever put a Formula 1 car in the swimming pool at swimming pool?
Actually, not too sure. Probably not, you would have to say, but that would be pretty funny to see.
It'd be pretty funny to see just like a car just leap up, just on a ramp, like it's a stunt, it's a full stunt, like it's not like, oh my god, it's an accident, just flip over.
Yep,
No,
and
just like full stop, just
oh,
jump.
Basic's out. Basic's out.
Oh
He's
no!
lost to there out of Novell. Once again, no safety car, but he's just gone straight on in to where the Formula E cars used to have a hairpin there to turn back onto the main course. As well, that is horrible stuff there for Red Bull. Once again, what could have been a huge point haul for him here has just been taken away from him.
Yeah. Something you don't want to see, but I mean, it happens. It is Monaco in the wet, as we keep on saying, but shit happens.
Okay, Tony. Man, talking about shit happening, look at the Haas's now, 2 and 3 respectively on the road here after Panda had to come back into the pits here. So that is pretty huge stuff here for the main contenders to Ferrari, especially with Dover currently, well, will be in 12th place once he goes past where basically crashed out. That'll be pretty huge for him, especially after Baz won it at Singapore. So he'll be able to claw a fair few points back in the constructors just from that. As our focus back into the pits here, and that will allow Darkley to take out 11th.
Not too much happening at this moment. Closest one we have is Senpai and Morab. At the moment, everybody's pretty spread out. So it doesn't look like too much overtaking opportunities at the moment in Monaco. But you know that anything can happen. A car collision, we could get another safety car. Prior to that, we've only had 3 so far. So, oh, Baz is out!
Oh, Baz, he's out. He's lost it at the back, and that is huge for the Haas's, as that means the main pole scorer for Ferrari will not be getting anything here today, and the Haas's will claw back a significant chunk of points in the fight for the constructors. But Baz, well, as he said earlier, he wasn't.
Safety car? Why are there no safety cars?
But just, I think the game has caught on to the fact we want safety cars and told us to piss off. As there we go, an overtake here for Morab. Senpai trying to block, but he sends it too late, and Morab moves up to 6th. The Renault's now 7th and 8th respectively. But as I was saying, Baz, he'll be kicking himself for that. Obviously, he did say that this isn't one of his best tracks, but he would have been hoping to, at the very least, gain a fair few points to limit the bleeding in the constructors.
Mm-hmm. Well, as we do have Buckley in the pits at the moment. Fortunate for him, but he should be able to keep his position.
Yep, Dover's a bit too far away to make an impact, although Dover is now closing up on him here. The gap is only going to be about 4 seconds, all things considered, so maybe a tad less, actually a heck of a lot less there. It's actually 3 1/4, so yeah, nice gap building, or nice gap for Dover to try and gnaw down get onto 10th place here, especially as he's now having to try and get as many points as he can for the Ferrari outfit. But someone who's getting plenty of points for the McLaren outfit as well is Kenny Salmon. 28-second gap now for him here with about 15 laps left to run. And well, it doesn't seem like anyone will be catching up to him as, well, this is, has really turned into a race of attrition here. We've now lost more cars than we had in Singapore, and given how some of the cars have continually had to come into the pits, we might be seeing a fair few more having to bow out. Come into the pits, we might be seeing a fair few more having to bow out.
It's all on individual skill at this moment. Trying to keep your car on the racing line. Trying to make sure you have those grips going into those tight corners. Don't worry about overtaking. Just survive is pretty much mission objective. Survive.
Indeed. The rain doesn't seem like it's getting any heavier here as well, so it looks like we'll probably finish off on intermediates, although if it's consistent enough, that might just force a change as Morab able to take out Buster. Buster falling back from the grid here. He loses 2 positions, maybe even a third, as Senpai just comes through and cruises past here. So I think Buster has probably lost some front wing. Yeah, it looks likely as, yeah, he needs to stop. That's pretty bad wind damage to have to drive around with, so fortunate stuff for him there. And he's also going to get lapped, sorry, by his own teammate as well. So he will have to unfortunately wear that little indiscretion.
I'm just gonna quickly BRB.
All good, all good. As we do see Buster now heading to the pits. Focus doesn't look like he's close enough to get that position back here. Darkly is just holding his own now as Dover was gap between him and Darkly now jumping out to about, well, even 10 seconds now here. Formal slowly but surely getting closer to him here though. Ooh, that's a bit of a tank slapper there for Buster heading out of the pit lane here. As I said, we'll be safe enough from opponents trying to catch up to him. As the cars continue on here, Morab and Jackson might turn into something a little bit here, a little bit soon. Jackson tries to keep the gap between himself and the Williams as Kata will overtake his teammate, but that's only because Heidinho has pitted here. So might just open it up for Panda to possibly get an overtake. Will be very touch and go here as Panda steams through the start line. Heidinho might just be out in time. We'll take the shortcut through. It's going to be neck and neck, but Panda just gets a position over the Haas. Good timing there for Panda to just beat out the stopping Haas, and well, he moves back into the podiums.
Oh, nice work there, Panda. And somehow I think we have had more overtakes than an actual Formula One race in Monaco, so
Love to see it.
love to see it.
But speaking of overtakes, Kenny's only getting overlaps here as, look at that gap, 41 seconds now between himself and Kata. I think the only cars, well, he's about to catch up to the Renaults and the Williams, so after that, it'll only be the Haas's and Panda who have not been overtaken by him on the track. So, yeah, it's been an absolutely dominant display here from Kenny in his first drive in a fair while here at the Formula F1 League, and well, he's reminding us how good he is, because just look at him cruise. Wow, this is Schumacher-esque.
The Rheinmeister has been reincarnated. Schumacher's dead, but yeah, you know what I meant.
Turn it out. But anyway, yeah, this has just been a massive display here from Kenny. He got a good start, and he's never been headed since. Well, apart from pit stops, but on the track at the very least. As there we go, there will be a stop here for Jackson, who has lost a bit of his front wing, but Buster, he's probably a bit too far away to gain that position back, so the Renault will keep it for now. But yeah, there's not really much else to speak of here. Heidinho staying very close to Panda, however, so if he's brave enough and we can get close enough, might be able to pull off a bit of a heroic dive bomb, but especially in these conditions, it would be a massive risk to take if he does want to try and do it. He's taking every advantage he can get, though. He's trying to cut corners. He's trying to stay on the tail of Panda here as our yellow flags here out. I'm not sure for who, though.
It was Darkly trying to give trying to get out the way of being catalog there at Rascas.
Fair enough. Fair enough. As looks like Dover might be in a position to overtake Focus here. Yeah, that will be a bit of a slam dunk, but tell you what, though, it's now opening it up for Formal to possibly get out of last on the road at the moment here. But no, he's been forced into the pit, so scratch that. Looks like he'll be lapped for a second time by Kenny as he continues to...
Oh, he had big wing damage there.
Yeah, that was... oof. Yeah, I saw it split second of it, and yeah, it was definitely not pretty.
Yeah.
Kenny now gets his second pass on Formal. So Formal now 2 laps down here as he looks to try and overtake Senpai and Morab. Should be able to do it, you would have to say. But unless... Oh, here we go. Focus might have had a moment there at the hairpin. Yeah, very slow out. He had to come to a full stop to make that one. And he's lost his end plate yet again on the left side. Or sorry, on the right side. So this could be huge for Formal here. The gap's only is about 30 seconds. But if he's fast enough, he might be able to drag himself out of last place here.
He has got a bit of a penalty, so he will be...
So does Focus, so...
Yeah, well... I mean, we are into the last 9 laps now.
We are indeed.
So as we go into these last 9 laps, who would you... Okay, let's do it. Who's the Who will the game select as driver of the day?
Where did Kata start again?
I want to say 12.
Something like that, yeah. I think he'll be driving the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been a pretty good drive for him. Because I'm pretty sure he started at the bottom half of the field. He has a pretty good drive, but compared to Kenny, I mean, he's absolutely driven the wheels off that McLaren. His gap continues to increase now to 45 seconds between himself and Kata. As, well... Focus hasn't stopped yet, but Formal is now closing up the gap. I'm pretty sure if Focus pits now, Max would overtake him here, especially with how slowly he's going through the hairpin there. So I don't know if he can continue driving for long.
We'll see. Mirror Bro, I can never get that corner right.
No, I honestly can't get Mirror, the hairpin, and the lower Mirror, you just can't get. I mean, no mere mortal can get. You really need to put a lot of time and practice.
Ian Moss would.
Sorry?
Ian Moss could probably.
Yeah, probably,
but that was back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the 60s.
In the good old 60s, as Heydinho holds the 6-second gap behind Panda, not giving up that spot anytime soon here. So Heydinho will just have to bide his time as Focus will once again just avoid the pit lane here. Just try and keep that car running for as long as he possibly can here. But Buster just getting a 3-second penalty as well here.
He's on 9 seconds now.
Yeah. Luckily for him, Darkly does have a few penalties to his name as well. So he will hold that spot for now, but if he gets any more penalties, then Darkly might be in a position to go for it, as Jackson will overtake his teammate through the pits once again. And is that? No, that's not Kenny, that's Buster heading into the pits now. So Darkly might actually be able to get the overtake on him here. Will be very touch and go, but front wing might just secure it there as Darkly enters Razkaz. He goes low. It looks like Buster's out, but Darkly has to pit as well. Now, let's see where Dover is here as Kata gets a 3-second penalty. He is catching up to Darkly, and Dover doesn't have any penalties at the moment, so even once Darkly gets out, Dover might be in a spot where he could actually be able to overtake him through those penalties as Darkly now gets out of the pits. Dover shouldn't be able to overtake him, you would think, on the road, but if he can keep the gap close enough, every chance he can get through with penalties. As Focus gets slapped for the second time as well by Kenny. Into the final 7 laps, still pretty quiet here. Well, safety cars that should have came out just didn't come out for reasons that are
Formal
beyond
wants to get
humanity.
in the pits.
Yeah, but Formal's back into the pits here. Fortunate stuff from here, and one of the Renaults heading into the pits as well. That being Jackson. But Buster is probably just a touch too far away to catch up to him here.
Double-digit point.
Sorry?
Oh, it's what Max put in.
Discord, yeah. I mean, he's not had the best of races here. I think he's had to come in the pit about once every 4 laps at this point, so... Yeah, he's running out of fresh intermediates here as Buster gets caught pinged for speeding in the pit lane, something we don't get to see too often here.
No.
And that could mean Darkly finally gets a chance to gain a position here. And, well, Buster has to change the front wing. And will probably serve his penalty as well in the pit. So that will be an overtake for Darkly as Focus has hit the wall. And now, can he scamper out of the pits in time? Looks like he should be, or can he scamper back to the pits before Formal gets in touch? It looks like he should be able to. Max is all the way, just going past Portier into the tunnel, so Focus will keep his 11th spot for the moment here, but Darkly, in intervening moments, have been promoted up into 8th.
Focus into the pits. Max is just taking everything very cautiously.
That's one of the Renaults. One of the Renaults bidding it there at the Novell.
Jackson.
Yep, Jackson. But looks like he hasn't copped any damage there, so able to save it nice enough as Senpai gets past Morab there through the pits. Oh, a bit of a tank stopper there through Sandavot, but he's able to keep it together there, Senpai. And he moves up to 5th because of it here.
Ooh.
Now, Dinho here, still looking to try and get past Panda. It's getting closer and closer to the Renaults. Oh, he's touched the wall of Razcats there. Just copped a little bit of the inside, and that has destroyed his chances of getting car through here. As, that is a moment there for Morab. Very, very slow through the hairpin. Forces out the yellow flags, but doesn't cost him position. Only Focus behind him at the moment. And obviously, Focus is lap traffic, so he will hold on to 6, but Jackson, well, if he has any more issues here, Morab, he has actually lost an end plate, so that could just open up for Jackson to possibly sneak his way up into 7th.
Yeah, it's Morab. You're going to have to take it so carefully through these canes and back as well. So he may pit again, and that might give Jackson the chance to try and overtake.
But he's going to try and deal with it. There's only about 5 laps left for him, so it's worthless. Actually 4 laps, because I'm pretty sure Kenny's actually overtaken him here, so the laps, I'm sorry, but yeah, this could be a huge hit for the Moreno if Morab continues to struggle. He's losing 2 seconds, so it seems, every few corners, so gap is definitely closing for the Renault, but is it quick enough?
Dino got a free split penalty. I'm pretty sure that will give 6 the chance at 50 seconds to really to overtake here.
Yeah, it would give him the opportunity, but
I would say Formula has caught up to Focus. It's only 11 seconds behind him now.
Yeah, Max is slowly but surely reeling in Focus, but can he get the overtake done? That's the question. As time continues to tick down here. And Kenny goes past the start-finish line for the 36th time. Still in the lead, the gap just stabilising at the 46 seconds here. Kata able to keep pace now with the McLaren, but obviously won't be able to wheel him in here, especially when he's going through Novell and Kenny is going through Casino. Yep.
It's so close.
Yeah, they are. They are. I mean, we saw... Here we go, yellow flag out in front. That is probably for Jackson. Yeah, really struggling there through Novell, and he will get a penalty for it here. Here we go, Dinho looking for the dive bomb, but defensive goes Panda and actually forces him off track. Dinho does the smart thing, slows down, probably will not get a time penalty for that there, as Panda gets 3 seconds there from multiple warnings. So Dinho maybe might be a little bit aggrieved of how Panda played that one, but Panda now has damage. Showed us Dinho though, so this will really make things interesting as no chance for the Razkaz dive bomb for Dinho here. As both cars continue on their merry way here down the main straight. Maybe a touch too much curb there for Dinho. The gap just ekes out there for Panda because of it. And now Dinho, he has to try and line it up all over again, but this time with damage.
Could be an interesting fight here for third place. It is a podium spot, but looks like Panda just taking that corner a little bit wide. Go around the casino. Bet you Panda's grateful that it's wet and not dry. There's no DRS. Yeah, for Dino.
Focus gets 3-second penalty here, and Formal's actually right up his clacker now here.
Wow,
the gap only... Well, Formal's going very slow, and Focus has actually just given the position straight to Formal there. Didn't even give up a fight here as Dinho right up the backside of Panda. Might look for an overtake here. Will he dive bomb it here? Will he go for it? Yes, he will. He sends it down Novell. But, that might just be a touch too much there from Panda. Hard to tell, but Panda effectively pinches him into the wall. Dinho, very late dive bomb, but he now loses his front wing, and he might just be forced to head into the pits. Has more than enough of a gap there to not have to worry about seeing Senpai coming in for his 4th place. But yeah, very unfortunate stuff there for Dinho. He's going to continue on.
Staying out here. There is 3 laps left, about to be 2 as Kenny is just heading into Razkaz now.
Yes, he is, as Darkly will actually get a spot over. Jackson here will also will get a lap over Focus as well. Oh, that could have been disastrous for Darkly, but he's able to climb up into 7th spot. So the Renaults, after running into the podiums earlier on, are now 5th and 8th respectively. Jackson has had a pretty torrid time of it recently, especially through the Novell chicane. As Jackson now begins to overtake, and that's a massive spin there for Focus. He should be able to get back out in time here as, well, now yellow flags across all 3 sectors, now back to 2, but Focus has just absolutely binned it there past the casino, and, well, he'll be making one more trip to his pit box just to be on the safe side, would have to say. As a Buster now comes into the pits here, and that will allow Max to move up to 10th here. So from looking hard locked down at 13th, a DNF and a few misadventures for his rivals have seen him rise up to 10th here. So he will get some respectable points from Red Bull, but once again, for the energy drink company, so much has just whittled away, unfortunately.
Jackson's DNF.
Jackson's out. Jackson is out there. There's no real cars near him so we can see, but well, this shouldn't really matter too much where he pulls off as Kenny begins the final lap of this Monaco Grand Prix. And well, Kato has slowly but surely started to reel in the times, but it's still a 43-second gap. There's no chance that he can catch up to him now.
Thanks. Yeah, Kenny heads around Casino into the first Mirrorboat corner.
Jackson's still going, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to park it eventually at Sandavot, but I was like, no, sorry, that's Senpai. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
Well, they crossed together at the same time. I got confused, It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's huge for Formal because that moves him up to 9th now. Buster probably gets up to 10th. I'm not sure about Focus though. That'll be very touch and go. I think Jackson might have just finessed himself into 11th, but well, for one driver, he's definitely had an absolute finesse for a race here. He started off well, blocking off Stan at the start and forcing him into traffic, and he's controlled the race ever since. Apart from being in the pits, Kenny Salmon has driven an absolutely superb race here as he goes past the Razkaz for the last time and into the final 2 corners. Have a bit of a tank slapper there, but it doesn't matter as he makes his way down the straight. He wins in Monaco. Kenny Salmon, welcome back to the Formula F1 League. That was absolutely sublime.
It was the Rainmeister in action there. As we'll see the rest of the field just make their way through the final laps here.
Well,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Kellogg will get second in the bag there. But hey, Dino still trying to keep up with Panda here. He has a lot of damage. And he's sliding around a bit here. But you never know, might have one last chance to lower. That gap is just squealed out to a second and a bit. So probably won't make a difference here as Kato crosses the line to come to second and nearly a run straight up the backside of Focus, who does actually get past the dead car of Jackson in time. But yeah, only a few more cars to finish off here. Actually, let's have a look at the penalties. Because of this different, well, so you know what
Buster DNF.
Oh, yeah, Buster will DNF out. We'll actually still hold 10th though, because Focus has crossed the line here. Penalties actually do not work in Heydinho's favor. He still has an extra 3 seconds to work with here, so yeah, he will finish off this race in 4th spot. Darkly, the final car to cross the line. And that is the Monaco Formula F1 Grand Prix. Told you it was going to be Kata.
Yeah. Yeah.
$500 into the account, please. Yep, there we go. Kenny back onto the top step of the podium with a selfie as well to boot. Kata, a nice drive for him to come into second and, well, third place there. Quality Alpha Tauri. Probably a little bit unexpected, but he'll be very, very happy with his drive. So, final look at the standings before we return to our faces here. It's Kenny in first place, Kata from 15th. Had 6 stops, but still runs into second place. Panda, well done from him. 5th to 3rd for him. And Heydinho, a nice reliable drive here to make a pretty good 2-4 for Haas. And then behind him will be Senpai, Morab, Darkly, Dover. After starting from 6th, loses a few spots. Formal actually starts in 9th and ends in 9th with 9 stops as well. That is something to note. Then Buster DNFing, Focus couldn't get past him in time. Then Jackson, Baz, Bassing, Stan, Andy Rue, Nacebeer. Midnight, Nothing But Tilden and Money was out early on. As we come back to us, well, Quirky, that was a bit of a race, wasn't it?
It wasn't like you know, the most carnage-filled race I thought it would be. But yeah, definitely an exciting race until the rain. Yeah.
Yeah, it did quiet down a little bit after that, but yeah, well, luckily at the very least, it was a fairly mixed up grid, or finish there, so a few cars having some absolutely beautiful drives, a few cars just having some roughies as we will head into the green room for one last time for some interviews, and hopefully we'll get the drivers in soon enough. But even then, that was a pretty nice race overall. I mean, it did quiet down after the rain, but yeah, I mean, it was actually respectably clean, all things considered.